It's a playlist.
Oh. It's always that music.
No, this music will be different. You'll hear it as soon as I click into that window. Alright, so here we are on potentially the last episode of Portal 2 stuff. See it better when I move over to the other screen, but I like that the front screen like actually changes as you go through stuff. So like now all the cubes are like broken and whatnot.
And the walls are falling apart.
Yep, and like the other little like wall, I don't know, wall paddles are all like, yeah, dangling and weird, not where they're supposed to be. Nothing looks put together. I think that's pretty cool.
We've also got the little like teleporting things. Floaty things.
Yep. Yep.
It hasn't been there before.
Yeah.
What about the lights?
I'm not sure where the lights were before. Yeah. Alright, so here I'll show you the difference in the music. Decently different music. Although it's a lot quieter than the other ones. Alright.
Maybe you can
You
turn
put in
it up.
some hype in the chat for Jane.
It's a Jane! Ooh. Whose emotes are those? Those are cool ones. Let's see if I can... Oh, those are from Fawn's Forest. Nice.
And a blight with the long cat.
Long cat. We had to go through and rewatch the whole Long Man set of commercials. And they're so good still. They're so good. Sigaru gummies. You know what it takes to make a good set of commercials. So silly. I haven't actually seen Fawn's on lately, or maybe I've just like missed her streams. What is she playing lately? I'm assuming she finished Subnautica. Maybe she's just not playing quite as often, and so I'm not seeing much.
What?
No. I'm going to do something else.
Oh, I see.
Oh hell no!
Oh, I see. I see what you did.
What, Blight? What?
Now his buttons.
Oh, okay, there
Give
we
him
go.
the bonk.
Pebble out portal. Pebble in portal. Pebble out portal.
Not a Mr. Beast contest. That's a heck of a bot name. So, Little Phoenix was sitting here, like, inputting a thing to do, and then I just saw, like, a ban thing come up, and I'm like, oh no, what did Little Phoenix just type? What did she just do?
You just do emotes. Don't worry.
He is apparently a British cat now. Or, no, Australian cat. There we go. Thank you very much for the bonkening. I like to bonk and I cannot lie.
All right. Thanks, Lil Phoenix.
What? I didn't know stream elements had the crabs.
That's because Blight told it to crabs.
Yup. So he did the exclamation point crabs command, and it put all this in,
Crabby crabs.
which does all the different
music.
crab and music.
I am helping.
Oh, did you get the coin derp one wrong? There we go. Let's see, what is... Oh, coin
Missed an
dip.
eye.
Coin dip derp. There we go.
All right. Do you remember how to play?
Nope, I've forgotten all of it. Wheatley Laboratories.
Look, little things you're carrying the clue.
I'll bet you're both dying to know what your big surprise is. Well, only 2 more chambers.
We're running out of time. I think I can break us out of here in the next chamber. Just play along.
Pretty sure I exist somewhere between Coin and Derp
Can I see?
and LF Hype and Blankies.
It's a good set to be in. Alright, so falling cube. What did we say? Was that the bouncer one? Where it, like, flings them?
I think that might be a button.
Risk of it falling on you. The little, like, swirly portals that move you. Some kind of button that will turn them going the other direction.
Lasers.
Laser walls of death. Oh, there's the jumper. Yeah. Is that just a button?
Yeah.
Why does it look so weird?
Does it just do? How's the Phoenix fam and chat doing today?
Doing okay.
Stressed.
Weirdly, this one's looking a little low on stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, water.
I was trying to figure out if there was, like, some blue goo over there or not.
No. Could fall on you.
Stressed? Why stressed? I have Simon.
Surprise!
I have
Doing
Sandretto.
it now.
How hard does it need to be?
Credit where it's due. For a little idiot built specifically to come up with stupid, unworkable plans, that was a pretty well-laid trap.
You probably figured it out by now, but I don't need you anymore. I found 2 little robots back here, built specifically for testing.
Ah, there we go.
He found the Cooperative Testing Initiative. It's something I came up with to phase out human testing just before you escaped. It wasn't anything personal, just, you know, you did kill me. Fair's fair.
Oh, heck. Oh, heck. He got you.
Hello! This is the part where I kill you. Had a bit of a brainwave. There I was, smashing some steel plates together, and I thought to myself, yeah, it's deadly. But what's missing? What's missing? And I thought, lots of sharp bits welded onto them. No, don't do that. Stand right here. Stand. Stop machine. Where'd you go? Come back. No, seriously, do come back. Please, come back, please.
No, stay.
Okay, look, I've decided I'm not going to kill you, okay, if you come back.
Yep, I love the title of this chapter. Wait, go back!
Oh,
Aw.
just thinking back to the old times, the old days when we
Seriously,
were
there
friends,
is no cheating
girlfriends,
back there.
not enemies. And I would say something like, come
Too
back. And you'd be like, yeah,
late.
no problem. And you'd come back.
I'm curious what it looks
What
like.
happened to those days?
Just fine. It's still a temptation.
Too late. Anyway, Blight, while he's busy figuring out the puzzle here, I have a big workshop Tuesday afternoons from now until March that I'm helping plan and
Can't help but
stuff
notice
for.
that you're not coming back.
So
It is disappointing.
my Tuesday afternoons are
Oh,
kinda
I've
crazy.
got an idea. Yes, in your face, on your phone. Fine, let the games begin.
Do it maybe.
Yep. Heckin' Tuesdays. Yup. So it'll be good, I'm sure. It's been stressful.
Disney laboratories.
Yup, he's taking over.
I'm almost there. Ah. Don't mind me. Continue escaping.
Okay, yes, it's a trap, but it's the only way through. Let's just do it.
Ha! Death trap! Are they killing you? They are killing you, aren't they?
Ah, the horror!
Silently killing you.
I like that one.
Probably. If I had to guess.
Hey, don't do nothing.
That one's still in its box.
Perhaps the turrets have found a way to use garrots. That would explain the extremely quiet killing that I'm hearing. If you're dying, but not dead, stomp once. If you're dead, just obviously no stomps. And 2 stomps if you're not dead. Alright, so let me just run through it again. If you're dying, but not dead, stomp, just once. If you're dead, obviously you won't be stomping. And if you're not dead, give me a couple of stomps, 2 stomps.
Okay, are there any more that I
would
should...
tell you if I was dead.
go back.
Alright, that is common courtesy. Mark of a civil society.
One
so just
stomp
let
this
me
time.
know.
2 stomps this time.
Okay, I'm figuring that's probably long enough. Are you dead yet? How about now?
Hey,
3 stomps.
3 stomps.
Ah! Was that your bullet, riddle bullet flying out of the room? It went. Oh, those were the crap turrets, weren't they? Yeah. Well, no matter, because I'm still holding all the cards. And guess what? They're all full houses. Never actually played cards, meaning to learn. Anyway, new turret, not defective. Ace of 4s, the best hand. Unbeatable, I would imagine.
I have...
Womp. Nothing.
Okay, apparently I go back this way. Or is this the other side? Oh, this is the other side.
Go in. Go in. Please in.
Okay, so these guys are still... Okay, so see how I can do that there? Now I can actually open a portal.
Now those can't do any damage. Wait, can they do any damage? No, try to jump. Try to jump.
I'm unclear if I want in there.
Come on, Dad. Experimentation.
Well, I want to look around first. Sometimes the experimentation just leads to very quick death. But in this case, I'm not really seeing a lot of other things, so...
Experimentation alive.
Oh, I see. Clever. Very clever. And foolish. Spinny blade wall. Machiavellian. Oh. Well, good, good. Finally, a nemesis worthy of my vast intellect.
It's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so... Ooh.
Off we go.
Off we go.
Holmes versus Moriarty. Aristotle versus Mashy Spike Plates.
I need to figure out what I'm actually supposed to do there.
Yep.
Because I was like, I think that squishes me. I feel like you died with that too.
Quite possibly.
So... Seeing something else that I can do. I can't like just drop because that's death.
Yeah, there's something closer to the end.
Holmes versus Moriarty. Aristotle versus Mashy Spike
Right there.
Plates.
There. Up.
Oh, that's
Stay still, please.
that thing. No one saw that. It's fine. Done. Everything's fine.
And you know which color you're supposed to do? Because that's also very important.
It's true, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I put down blue, which is important. So it would be another orange that I'm putting on that.
Yeah.
Other than that will take me back this way, which I'm not sure if that's actually yours or
Our live choice.
Holmes versus Moriarty. Aristotle versus Mashy Spike Plates. Stay still, please. All right, stop moving. What? Almost got you there. Almost got you there.
There we go. We're good. We're good.
There we go.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come back, come back.
I'm curious if it's just the one for comeback, or if he responds to any of the others. Yeah, looks like it's probably just that one.
Yup. Sorry, bro.
It looks like it's sudden death. If you roll a 1, then.
There we go.
Did something break back there? Oh, did it kill you? That would be amazing if it killed you. Hello? Oh, yes, all right, no, just had a brainwave. I'll be back. If you're still alive, I'm gonna be back. Don't die until I get back.
Don't die until I get back. You literally want us to die.
But only after he's back around and ready to go.
Right. He wants to see it. Enjoy it.
Be a part
Revel
of
in
it.
it.
Don't die yet.
I feel like I need like a portal over here for some reason, but
No.
can't figure out what to do.
Now don't die yet.
Oh, I can.
Is it bad if you go into the lasers? Is it bad if you go into the lasers?
Yes, they will start trying to shoot me.
It's gonna look. Look.
Okay, so there's a button.
Where'd you go? You could drop down.
There's no place for him to land.
Down is pretty much just death.
I think there was a platform. Can you look for that? Thing one more time?
There's this. Nope. Not gonna go.
They tried to shoot you, just certain death. I think we came back and went like, huh? Wait. Did he die? Did he die?
Did something break back there? Oh, did it kill you? That would be amazing if it killed you. Hello?
I'm trying to figure out if there's something that's just
Oh, yes, all right, no, just had a brainwave. I'll be back. If you're still alive, I'm gonna be back. Don't die until I get back.
Thought.
Yeah, like I had a thought. Oh, I can just do that. Let's see what happens.
And there was this shiny thing, and now I'm here. I had thought once. And there was a shiny thing, and now I'm here. Yes, there we go.
Okay, so that just makes some stuff go.
Wanna go down?
Okay, then I need stuff onto there and there. still there?
What happens if we land on that thing?
This?
Boing.
Boing. Hello. Don't be afraid.
What do you want to do with that?
Goodbye.
Oh,
Exploded.
see, little exploding mess. Little
Yep,
explode.
just watch the water over there. Just gonna hit that one off so we don't get a big.
Rushing's too good for him. First, he'll spend a year in the incinerator. Year 2, cryogenic refrigeration wing. Then, 10 years in the chamber I built where all the robots scream at you. Then, I'll kill him.
Where I built all the will. Where I built all the robots to scream. Wait,
White goop everywhere here.
wait, what? These are the doors. Those are doors. Do press that button. Oh. What happens? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Bomb! Oh, that's a ball.
What you gonna do on it?
It's a bomb. But you want to bomb the place?
I think we got to break the tube.
Ooh, gracious. Oh, goodness.
So now we've got our group in here. In fact, we'll just go.
So don't push the button.
Just only. Yep. Don't drop any bombs on myself right now.
I'm gonna do that. Why did you whip it from the ground? I think it's gravity. I mean,
Your signs.
I think that's gravity. Wait, I mean, weekly.
It's true. It's currently weekly.
Yep.
Weekly science. Do we need the bombs? Do we want the bombs? Oh, so is there a car wash? Car wash over there?
Crusher.
Ah, there you are. Right. Let's get rid of this apple. There we go. I wanted to talk to you for a moment, if I may. I'll be honest, the death traps have been a bit of a failure so far for both of us. I think you'll agree. And you are getting very close to my lair. Lair. It's weird, isn't it? First time I've said that out loud. It sounds a bit ridiculous, really. But I can assure you, it is one. It is a proper lair, deadly lair. And I just wanted to give you the chance to kill yourself now, before you get to the lair. You just jump into that masher, just there. Less a death trap, more a death option for you. Sounds crazy, I know, but hear me out. Once you get to my lair, death will not be optional, alright? It will be mandatory. No tricks, no surprises, just you dying as a result of me killing you in a very, very gruesome way.
Go up.
So, but the better offer here is just kill yourself. You know, it's a lot of effort, isn't it, walking all the way to my deadly lair, where there's a perfectly serviceable death option right there. Again, not a death trap. Your death would be entirely voluntary and very much appreciated. the masher does work. I should point that out as well. I know we've had a couple of problems. Okay, I'll take that as a no then.
That's anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I was gonna have to like go off one of those or something.
This delay.
We're approaching. We're getting close. He's getting nervous.
What has
She
he
did
done
say
to this
to
place?
Leo. I don't think it would be that deadly. Or maybe I'll think it once.
It looks just a little bit broken. Deadly.
Oh.
Got some bombs and that thing.
Bomb maker. Bomb. Make more bombs. Bomb. Make more.
I understand what you need to do. I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a very big one. Yeah.
Go high enough.
Where are you going? Love.
Where am I going?
Where are you going?
That is an excellent question. I would assume over there, but I'm not really
Wait,
sure.
I have an idea. You could put a quarter somewhere. Like on the ground.
Solid advice.
On the ground, then
That's my green
you
advice.
let
Oh,
there.
There he goes. There he goes. Now he's thinking with portals.
got a mind like a steel trap. It's rusty, kind of broken.
Whee.
You know, I'm not stupid. I realize you don't want to put me back in charge. You think I'll betray you, and on any other day you'd be right. The scientists were always hanging cores on me to regulate my behavior. I've heard voices all my life, but now I hear the voice of a conscience, and it's terrifying. Because for the first time, it's my voice. I'm being serious. I think there's something really wrong with me.
Makes sense if she was actually a real person and was, you know, a helper type person. Seems less.
Now you're thinking of portals.
Wrong. Wrong. GLaDOS.
Weekly laboratory. I wonder how we made our list. Keep on building, go on crazy. Oh, it's a crazy
Corrupted
building.
cores. We're in luck.
Wait,
If you
what?
find a way to stun him, I'll send you a core, and then you attach it to him. If we do it a few times, he might become corrupt enough for another core transfer.
Are those weekly?
No, these are other cores.
Oh,
I remember some of these.
why?
Because I remember Mama doing stuff with it. I think you will like. some of
Spoilers,
these,
bro.
This is like one of the few things I remember in this game.
Because it's amazing. Spoilers. I mean, he did spoil himself a little bit
I'll take you up.
when he watched me
Look,
years ago, and he's recalling
you have a
bits.
common interest. Revenge. You like revenge, right? Everybody likes revenge. Well, let's go get some.
Well. Welcome to my lair. Let me just flag something up. According to the control panel light up there, the entire building is going to self-destruct in about 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's a problem with the light. I think the light's on the blink, but just in case it isn't, I am actually going to have to kill you, as discussed earlier. So let's call that 3 minutes and then a minute break, we should leave allegedly 2 minutes to figure out how to shut down whatever's starting all the fires. So anyway, that's the itinerary. Also, I took the liberty of watching the tapes of you killing her, and I'm not going to make the same mistakes. 4-part plan is this. 1. No portal services. 2. Start the neurotoxin immediately. 3. Bomb-proof shields for me. Leading directly onto number 4. Bombs. I'm throwing it in. You know what? This plan is so good. I'm going to give you a sporting chance and turn off the neurotoxin. I'm joking, of course. Goodbye.
Neurotoxin level at capacity in 5 minutes.
Alright, have fun.
Where are you going? Don't run! Don't run! I tell you why you should run. The harder you breathe, the more neurotoxin you're inhaling. It's bloody level. Seriously, skeptic.
No portal surfaces.
Still running. All right, looks tiring.
How are you gonna get portal surfaces?
I need the white goo. Okay, I gotta figure out how he's targeting.
Leading directly onto the
Stand in front of the thing.
Throwing at you. You know what? This plan is so good. I'm going to give you a sporting chance and turn off the neurotoxin. I'm joking, of course.
Of course not.
Goodbye.
Neurotoxin level at capacity in 5 minutes.
Ha! That's sounded real. No, that was actually an impression of you. Because you just fell into my trap, my brilliant trap. Just said, I wanted you to trick. Ah!
I'm delivering the first core up near the catwalk. Grab it and attach it to him.
Here comes spacecraft. Here comes spacecraft. How many spacecraft? Spacecraft help. Better buy a telescope. Wanna see me? Buy a telescope. Wanna be in space? Space. Space. Wanna go to space?
There.
Orbit. Space orbit. In my spacesuit. Me. Me.
Warning. Core corruption at 50%. Vent system compromised. Neurotoxin offline. Reactor explosion in 4 minutes.
Space. Oh, I wanna go to space.
What happened? What have you bombed to me? What is that? Hold on. Ah, the bloody bombs are stuck on. Doesn't matter. I've reconfigured the shields. Oh, it's a core you bombed me. Who told you to do that? Was it her? It's just making me stronger, love. It's a fool's errand. Remember when I first told you how to find that little portal thing you love so much? Well, I thought you'd die on the way, if I'm honest. All the others did. You didn't think you were the first, did you? No. Fifth. No, I lied. Sixth. That's the best thing into your imagination, what? Ah!
Okay, great. Here comes another core.
Quick, what's the situation? Oh, hey, how you pretty lady? Name's Rick. So you out having yourself a little adventure? What, are you fighting that guy? You got that under control? You know, because there's a lot of stuff on fire. Hey, the countdown clock. Man, that is trouble. The situation's looking pretty ugly. Such a beautiful woman, if you don't mind me saying. I don't want to scare you. I'm an adventure spirit, designed for danger. Why don't you go ahead and have yourself a little lady break, and I'll just take it from here. Here, stand behind me. Yeah, just like that. Just like you're doing.
Bouncing.
Real messy. You're going for it yourself, huh? All right, Angel. I'll do what I can to cover you. Doesn't bother me. Gotta say that you's mighty nice from right here. Man, that clock is moving fast. And you are beautiful. Always time to compliment a pretty lady. All right, back to work. Let's do this.
Warning. Core corruption at 75%. Reactor explosion timer destroyed. Reactor explosion uncertainty emergency preemption protocol initiated. This facility will self-destruct in 2 minutes.
Enough! I told you not to put these cores on, but you don't listen, do you? What? Ah!
Here's another core. This one should do it.
Today's comet can be viewed orbiting Earth every 76 years, but the other 75 can be retrieved from the heart of the sun, where it hibernates undisturbed. William Shakespeare did not exist. His plays were masterminded in 1589 by Francis Bacon, who used a Ouija board to enslave play-writing ghosts. 89% of magic tricks are not magic. Technically, they are sorcery.
What?
Hats were invented by sailors in the 16th century to avoid the tide of threat. When each decided they could sing a stranger to see them. You are about to get me killed. In Victorian England, a commoner was not allowed to look directly at the Queen due to a belief at the time that the poor had the ability to steal bombs. Science now believes that less than 4% of poor people are able to do this. Marie Curie invented the theory of radioactivity, the treatment of radioactivity, and dying of radioactivity.
Warning.
You
Core
are
corruption
a
at
basketball
100%.
player.
Manual core replacement required.
Ah, I see.
Substitute core, are you ready to start? Corrupted core, are you ready to start?
What do you think?
Interpreting vague answer as yes.
No. Didn't pick up on my sarcasm.
Stalemate detected. Fire detected in the stalemate resolution annex. Extinguishing.
Oh, that just cleans right off, does it? Well, that would have been good to know a little earlier.
Stalemate resolution associate. Please press the stalemate resolution button.
Do not press that button. No! Do not do it! I forbid you to press it! Don't press that button! Don't press it! Come back! No! Part 5! Moving from the stalemate button! What? Are you still alive? You are joking! You have got to be kidding me! Well, I'm still in control, and I have no idea how to fix this place. Oh, you had to play bloody cat and mouse, didn't you? Space! Ah! Ah!
On the moon!
Let go! We're in space! Ah! Let go! Let go! I'm still connected! I can pull myself in! I can still fix this!
I already fixed it, and you are not coming back.
Oh no! Change your plans! Hold on to me! Tighter! Ah! Grab me! Grab me! Grab me! Grab me!
The white portals were the white glue is made out of the
We're in space. Hey, Dave Squatch. Just in time for the end.
Yep, welcome in, Dave.
The
Scott. How's
best
it going?
core. It really is.
Lunacy achievement.
I'm happy that the one core got to go to space.
Oh, thank God, you're all right. You know, being Carolyn taught me a valuable lesson. I thought you were my greatest enemy, but all along you were my best friend.
Sounds
The surge
fishy.
of emotion that shot through me when I saved your life taught me an even more valuable lesson, where Carolyn lives in my brain.
Carolyn, delete.
Goodbye, Carolyn. You know, deleting Carolyn just now taught me a valuable lesson. The best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. And I'll be honest, killing you is hard. You know what my days used to be like? I just tested. Nobody murdered me, or put me in a potato, or fed me to birds. I had a pretty good life. And then you showed up, you dangerous, mute lunatic. So you know what? You win. Just go. It's been fun. Don't come back.
What did you think, Little Phoenix?
I love it. Can we go into space completely?
Maybe go in there briefly.
Well, at some point, you'll probably be good enough with playing on the computer that you can play. I think it might still be just a little much for you.
I'm in space.
Alright, you go get on your spacesuit.
Also watch the socks down there. You're on the other one. You're on the other one.
Space socks.
There we go.
I have space socks.
And by today's suit, I mean bedtime suit.
Yep. Go get into some pajamas. Also, apparently, we have to dress her in like black and white on I think Thursday.
Yeah.
They're all supposed to kind of look
Dalmatians.
like Dalmatians.
We're going to be Dalmatians.
And then we need to watch 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll be a wolf.
LF, Space Orb, and Marky Moo
Yep.
all understand space.
Like
Okay, so I actually thought that was going to take me longer than that did.
Yeah, but you definitely would not have been able to do that last time. You
Yeah.
were just dead, and it was bad enough today.
My wife over here just calling me out in front of God and everyone. Like, he just wasn't even thinking. He had zero brain. He looked at the walls and the portals and he was just like, nah. Yep, I just finished. And now I realize I'm not actually sure what to do next. So I'm just kind of like, oh, I should do a thing. How are you doing, Co-op? How did the rest of your stream go?
I remember that giant moment when the ceiling is ripped away and there's Luna just, oh my god, let's go.
Yeah, that one I specifically knew I saw her do when I had seen her playing before. Because I only saw like little bits and pieces.
Co-op's giving you a hint.
It's true, I do have that one. Here, let me see that quick. Goodbye, Portal.
While you're in between, you should switch scene.
Scene! What is the, I guess, rough, like, time to beat to finish that? Let's see. How long to beat Heaven's Vault? How long to beat? 15-ish hours? That's not bad.
I'd be down. I like these kinds of games. I was watching Sahi's play, and it looked interesting and definitely up my alley. Probably too long for a TTS takeover. Boyfriend Dungeon, I think, is very nicely timed for that at approximately 5 to 10 hours.
Let's see. Okay. Gotta catch up on stuff.
Cyberwolf also suggests trying out some of the advanced chambers.
Yes.
So, before I get on my pajamas fully, I want to show you the shorts. Things in space.
Comets, planets, satellites, rockets, and constellations.
And then the robots and you. 'Cause we'll
I did kind of
play
want it to be a silly shirt. I was kind of hoping at the bottom it would have like, yeah,
Aliens
cats
or
or something, and then just have like a cat in a spacesuit that's like, meow.
Co-op says hi, Lil Phoenix.
Hi.
It went fine. I ended up playing like 5 games trying to find something to cheer me up. That's fair. I've had some of those where like I sit down, I do like an ARAM with LOL, and then I'm like, eh, and then I go try like a game of MechWarrior or something, and I'm like, eh. Then I go try and do something on the Switch, and then I'm kind of like, I just don't know if I'm feeling anything.
Pepper Hut.
Oh, I'll splurge channel points for more TDS takeovers. Well, luckily,
Actually,
Blight.
we need to switch the dates on that and just make it the first 3 weeks.
Oh, because we're gonna be gone on the last one. That's right.
And I think it'll only take 3 streams anyway.
What's from the Phoenix?
Co-op also says hi, Lil Phoenix.
And Cyberwolf says, hello, Small. Wait, Madame Small.
Pian, sir?
I am a
You want it?
small robot.
Sure. I think I already have one, but go for it anyway.
Turtles!
My nephew stopped me today to talk about turtles because I have one on my shirt. Aww. Yeah, those things are the most fun to, like, get out of kids when they have interesting bits of stuff to, like, talk about with you. We were talking with a friend last night, and Little Phoenix was telling her all about Don't Starve Together and just various things in that. And
Oh my goodness.
it was pretty great.
Yeah.
Just sharing so much info, and you could tell the friend, like, who's a non-gamer, is just
She was
kind of
like-
blown away with, like, oh god, so much stuff. But also was kind of like, wow, that sounds like a really cool game, because it actually thinks through a lot of things. Like, she's a friend from engineering school, so, you know, has a lot of the having to think through everything. So she appreciated that. Pepper.
Shall I switch over what game we're playing?
Let's see. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you want to check out Heaven's Vault as well? See how that goes. Other thing I can do is Helltaker, which is supposed to be a like 1 hour-ish game that I got recommended from Dusty Patches. So it could also be interesting.
Charlie just kept telling me that turtles swim in the ocean and have shells. I mean, not wrong. Pancakes. Helltaker.
Okay, have you also done that one, Blade? Oh, wait, did I? Okay, apparently I was a noob and I didn't actually install it ahead of time.
Monster.
Although it's pretty small anyway, so...
What you feeling? He's also only 2. I mean, that's probably more words than Little Phoenix was saying it to, so, you know. Wow.
'Cause it's
full of
true,
hype
it's-
today.
1 was when she was really starting to learn to walk, and 2 was when she was really starting to find her voice, so...
Yeah, which she didn't really find until she was like 4.
I recall Christmas being a lot of new words came up from being around her cousin, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, let's do some stuff with Heaven's Vault, since I already have that one actually loaded in. And let me go get myself some water, so everyone else, hydrate!
Hydrate.
Also on silly hydration stuffs, I got myself some new Mountain Dew, because it was around and looked silly. Mountain Dew Spark. That is with a blast of raspberry lemonade. Overall, it's pretty good. It does taste like raspberry lemonade. And Mountain Dew. Pop. Stick on.
All right. It's being weird again.
Okay, I changed it over here.
All right. No, I can't.
Right.
I've selected it. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
That's-
For whatever reason, the client on the iPad is being
it's
ridiculously
being
stupid about changing the name. So, like, you click the thing, and it just doesn't populate the field with the thing you clicked. And then if you're like, well, I want to cancel out of that, it's like, whoa, but you didn't select anything. You got to actually select something. And it's like, I did!
Yeah. I mean, kids.
Look, I'm in space. We're all in space. Everything's floating.
Let's learn the language.
Can we just float around in space? Come on, I want to float around in space.
Well, that's the amazing thing about being able to dream. You can totally do that in your dreams.
In space.
There we go.
All right.
And I'm trying to go back to in space.
Let's see. Mind you, he has no idea what the letters mean. He just knows their order and how to sing the alphabet song badly.
Yep.
It's got to start somewhere.
It's fantastic mnemonic, though. All right, kiddo. Toothbrushing time.
Oh, I gotta change the capture, I'm pretty sure.
And as long as he can sing it better
gaping place, spreading fear like a great poisonous snake. Number 7, the Kesh Temple of Ninhursag. Okay, there we go.
Anything happening? No.
No, I gotta change
Way
the.
down at the bottom.
Okay, not that one. Game capture.
Properties. There you go. Okay.
Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Pro Strimmer Man.
Alright. Don't start without me. Alright.
Okay.
I'll brush your teeth, get up.
Yeah, I always love some good like cello and violin stuff. I need to actually go through and listen to the Master and Commander soundtrack again, because I remember that one having a really good violin and cello soundtrack. It's also giving me some like Journey vibes and stuff. I like it. We're having to try and do some new stuff with brushing teeth and whatnot. We're having to help out a little bit to make sure she's doing it right. And then actually doing some mouthwash for the first time. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do my best not to help with this with the puzzles, but I can basically read the language after having played through 4 times now. That's fair. And like, we'll see if at some point we need, you know, specific help on stuff, but otherwise we'll just kind of bumble through and see how it goes. Holy crap, I like it that much? New Game Plus is significantly more complex. Our friend is playing a lot of Windjammers lately, and has realized his fingers are now sore. The ever-wonderful gamer thing of, like, you have to do a lot of quick motions on your thumbs, and then at some point you're like, oh wait, that started rubbing them raw. Good fun. So what you're saying is I should be playing too. Got it. Fingers are sore from Windjammers. Kappa. You don't get sore fingers from the other one, you get sore palms. There are still words I haven't encountered, and some of the words are stupidly long. Knelt was longer than the screen could hold. Lol. That's just silly. But yeah, honestly, I think that Rekka will probably be much better at this than I am.
That's why I'm here to help you, babe.
Yep. Because in general, she is better at languages than I am. So, it will still be interesting and see what happens with things. Yeah, 32 characters long. Jesus. So silly. So, how are people doing today while I'm kibitzing here? I know there's other words for that. I'm trying to think. I don't think kibitz is actually the right one for that. I don't know. I'm stalling. We're stalling for time.
1 minute.
She got that sexy big, that smexy brain. Big brain, Rekka. Good thing we have Robbie for magical know-how, though. I was still super entertained with my nice nat 20 at the end of that last session. Got a 19. Oh no, it's not good enough. Might as well use a luck point to re-roll it and hope for that 20. That feels like a Robbie thing. Re-roll. Boom, nat 20. Got it. Heckin' smoked that dance off. Just wait though, next time we have like actual combat I won't get anywhere near a 20. But when I need to win a dance off, nat 20. Every time. Every time.
Good. How'd that feel? Good. Wash out your sink.
I want to press the next button, but I don't want it to go into like a cutscene that I can't stop.
She's finishing up. Do you want to see the very beginning of this next game?
well. We have 2 rerolls for monsters or net ones on attack rolls tomorrow. Yeah, we've got a lot of that now, like, between your spell and then me having luck. Like, we can just reroll so much stuff to try and get a better result.
Oh, I captured you.
I will say, after having learned some things, the meaning of several parts of the game changed significantly. I was watching Sahe's play, and I realized that a word was a verb instead of a noun, and it recontextualized a lot of what I had understood previously. Lol, sounds like one of my players. They got 3 casts of Lightning Bolt at level 4, were stuck on what to do in the middle of a shouldn't have done that fight, just went, aha! Cast Lightning Bolt with one of their charges, vaporized 4 enemies, and did no team damage.
Lucky.
Nice.
Alright, you're ready.
Wait, can I read?
Sure.
Hi, Lolly. In all heaven and earth, you are the foreign shaping trees. Sweating feel like a great poisonous snake.
Very nice. Hymn 7. A hymn is like a song.
The Kesh Temple of Noshag.
Ninhursag.
And who's up?
2300 BCE.
Wait,
So, before Common Era. So we currently live in 2022 after the Common Era. So that quote is like 4,000
years ago. Wow, they're 2 different start game buttons.
Because why not? I almost had my player's TPK a couple weeks ago due to a teleport go really badly.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Pretty.
pretty. Can I sound the map?
For a few minutes, yes.
There we go. Got some peoples.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Please climb carefully.
Which one do you think?
Careful. Careful, you don't roll backwards. Oh, Co-op, how long do we have to choose on those kind of things? It's a long way. Because I know some games, if you don't do anything, it just doesn't say anything and you just miss that opportunity. Settings.
Show subtitle. Alright, and also, how is volume?
It will fade after a while, giving the hidden option of saying nothing. Okay.
At least on you guys' end. Complain if it's loud or...
Yeah.
Pretty much at this point we can turn it down. Volume's pretty loud for us. Okay. That's,
Also, am I supposed to be moving with WASD, or am I supposed to be moving with mouse?
let's just turn master volume all the way down. There is no master volume.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. 75%. So maybe let's turn the music down just a little bit more, even though the music is really good.
Let's try that. Let's try.
So look around.
Kind of.
Bricked up opening.
Okay. Bricked up opening. There's something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Alright, our first letters. Or words. I think just letters. I'm just gonna assume that means Heaven's Vault.
Indeed. Alright, so WASD moves, so does clicking.
Okay, right now I don't seem to have my mouse on screen for clicking, which is weird. The University of Iox, some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Pretty university.
Yeah. Maybe I suppose.
Clicking only works when there is an option to do so.
Ah, Mistress Aliyah? Mistress Aliyah Elasra. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She is very anxious for your arrival.
Who are you?
Just updated. Professor Miari wants me back on Iox. Hopefully I'm not getting thrown out of the university. The Holy Empire? Okay. A long time ago.
Well, can you go, boy, to the Big Bang?
Okay, and then visited Iox is now. Okay.
Most of the game will be WASD.
Am I in trouble? I'm in trouble, aren't I? She did not say, but I imagine she is simply being welcoming. This way.
Do you have a name?
Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No? Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. I've known a few robots. They're all a little different. How kind of you to say so, mistress.
So why has she sent you? So why has she sent you?
Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. This way. You should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand I will be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Miari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I will try to sugarcoat your opinion.
Sugarcoats. Wait. What?
Shall we
I was
proceed?
15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of
My
Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Okay. What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. Worth the time it took to make, do you think? When there are people on Elbereth who don't eat? Are your own exploits worth the time, mistress? Should we not be making history rather than reviewing it? Be quiet, robot. The Tree of Knowledge. The Tree of Knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Okay. Until you finally reach the sun, wherever that is.
The sun?
I feel like I missed something. Professor Mayari? Aliyah, there you are. Come in. I came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Aliyah. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. I'll do what I can to help you, Professor. Thank you, Aliyah. I appreciate your kindness. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. Yes, Aliyah. But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. Did you call me here to value it? Of course I didn't. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me.
Janikui Renba.
Did you know him?
Did?
Look at the detail. I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Aliyah. But can you read them?
So many swirlies.
All the swirlies. I've never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements, so they must have related meanings. Well, eagling brooch.
Let's see.
Beloved or emperor, and holy or friend.
I'd go with friend and beloved, personally.
Not holy emperor?
Yeah.
What say you, little phoenix?
Holy Emperor?
Should we try holy emperor?
Yeah.
You're the one playing the game.
Go against what Mama says.
Okay.
Continue.
First puzzle, holy emperor? But I'm only guessing. The shape of the brooch fits, mistress. This is the eagle and sun design, an empire motif. You don't think it actually belonged to an emperor, do you? That would make this the find of a decade. Now perhaps you see why you're here. Janikui told me he'd found something. That was over a month ago. But Janikui isn't like you. He's Nioxian, through and through. You mean he's soft. I mean he's reliable. Something persuaded him to go to Myersi, of all places. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aliyah, but you can. You need to raise my stipend. You're a bobcat, Aliyah. Come back when you've found him, Aliyah.
Co-op says, be warned that the answers take several puzzles using the word before
Aliyah,
they are confirmed.
you're taking that robot with you. Thank you, Professor. I long to see the nebula. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. Eager? Why? Aliyah, really. I couldn't possibly imagine. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him. for the benefit of our little community. I'll bear that in mind. You're as cold as the rivers themselves, well suited to the stars. He's down there by the tree. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. A bar. Can I just say, Mistress Aaliyah, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. Oh, yes? And why is that? I find humans fascinating. And you are very different to most here. I have only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. 6, mistress? I shall remember that. I wonder if I got Miari's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows this is an empire piece. Emperor.
Congrats.
Okay.
I love how every person who plays this game has a different way of saying Huang's name.
Now I'm curious what some of the other pronunciations are for it. I guess things like Huang. And the emperors believe themselves to be gods, so it makes sense that the words would be almost the same.
Congrats.
Okay, so that is it, like, confirming
Yes.
that you got it right, and it'll normally take some amount of using it through other things before it actually confirms for you.
You guys guessed right. Good job.
Well, good night. Good night, chat, because I'm going to go to bed.
You might come around this side
Yep,
so we can
you
see
gotta
you.
come in the middle.
There you go.
So I've got little cat paws.
Alright, chat, say night-night to Lil Phoenix.
Yeah.
Huang, Hwang, Hung, Hang. Yeah, that's fair.
Glob says, good night, little Phoenix.
And, like, I'm assuming, again, based on, like, Chinese names and stuff.
And that's from Little Phoenix. To say good night.
And my knowledge of Chinese is very, very limited.
Yes.
Since we did stuff with Japanese, and the pronunciations are very, very different.
Yes. But thankfully, at least, you know, phonetic. Alright, good night, little Phoenix.
Good night.
See you in the morning. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Sweet dreams.
Little.
I like that version play.
Pepper just mewing.
Heck,
mew.
forgot to butt. Never forget to butt. But it still doesn't tell me.
Short cat.
Where did this thing come from? Learn the ancient word for hold it. Tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? Mayari wants me to find Janiki Renba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout. Do you know a place called Mercy? Of course I do. They're in the Iox Protectorate. You'd know that if you weren't so busy digging up old stones. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. History is a science. It's the exploration of the past, through evidence and theory. Honestly. Most people think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. May the waters light your way. I don't like how they keep changing the like perspective while they're talking, because like I'm reading it and then suddenly it's like in a completely different spot, and I'm just like, wait, what? Floette. Throw a Pokeball with that. there's Huang.
You should study a real science, like religious theory.
Right?
Pepper.
I believe he is reading. But why is he doing it out here? Perhaps the level of light is preferable, mistress.
Reading outside is nice.
Maybe he knows something about Renba. The loop is their religion. Okay. That makes sense. Aaliyah! I didn't know you were back on Iox. Professor Mayari wanted to see me. Nothing bad? No. I'm glad to hear that. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. What were you reading? The Annals again? Did you know Mazwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one
Three
tore
wolves?
the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to earth? Are you really interested? Absolutely, I gotta know more about 3 wolves. Alright, most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
That's all. Aaliyah? Yes? You weren't listening. Never mind. I'll walk you to the docks. And have you ever heard of a place called Mercy? No, but I've barely ever been off Iox. Huang, do you know Janiki Renba? But I know Renba, of course. Well, a little. Why? What sort of man is he? He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he? Does that happen a lot? With Renba? No, not that I know of. He's fairly quiet, keeps himself to himself. Likes his robots. What did he teach? Robotics, that's what I meant. One of the best. One of the few. Did you say did? Has something happened to Janiki? Don't let your imagination run away with you. All right. Too many books, that's my trouble. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the annals of Mazwai I thought you might like, if you have time, that is. Always. Here, see what you think. Okay, so we know that that one is also Empress. Passage from the Annals. I know one of these words, I'll have to guess the others. So loop theory is literally religious theory. Okay. Okay, so shares at least a part of stuff with that. So has at least something maybe to do with it based on her initial theory. Not that any of those feel like they're linked to Empress, but...
The loopy thing at the end could be like a person. So, rebels?
Rebel or robot. I'm gonna go with
Banished rebels is my guess.
Yeah. curious to see more of the characters as we figure out more stuff. Empress banished rebels? I think that's correct. It's quite a monster, isn't it? A story from the founding of the Empire itself. I suppose the first Empress was one of your 3 wolves. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before, Six? I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out. So we left the hallowed walls of the university. I'm curious how much this comes into play as, like, a thing where you have to go back over these.
Certainly it is nice as a review of what the heck you've done recently in-game. Things that are important enough.
Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. You want to sail, Six? I am really not sure that I have sailed before, mistress. I should watch how it is done, I think. What do you know about Mercy? Nothing. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Protectorate, of course.
I used it whenever I took a longer break or was trying to figure out the in-game history.
Maybe Janiqui will be grateful. A noble thought, mistress. I will prepare the ropes.
Interstellar travel on a ship? Seems legit. So she wants to go there, but has to go to Mercy.
Or at least is supposed to. Also, I like this region. So, Mercy is a tiny planet. It's where Janiki told Professor is going, but why does a roboticist visit a rice farm? I could go there next. Plot course.
Seems good.
Okay, looks like it's mostly flowing, and I just need to take the first major left and then just stay on straight. Sail. Because I saw at least some amount of sailing. I don't know how much of that I have to actually do. Ioxian space. Sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Mercy. It was a short sail through fast waters.
I was right, shortly, mistress.
I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress. On the surface it appears the same, but there are deeper currents below. Sweep sail. It's a right click.
So I guess on some of those, pull in the sail and do it so you don't get caught up in other currents. I'm assuming the lines for stuff are where I'm supposed to be going. The waters to the right will bring us to Mercy, mistress. This is your ship, mistress? That's pretty. I call her the Nightingale. I found her in a ruined hall on Elbereth, covered in dust.
Holding both sides at once slows you a little bit.
Okay. She's mine now. That's Mercy. You can see the greenery from here.
Pretty.
Mercy, a farming moon. If Renba's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
Pepper.
Woo!
Pepper.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock.
That was a cool ship, though.
And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you are no doubt aware. Pigs.
Pigs.
Well then, let's see where Renba's got to. If we're really lucky, he'll have found an old pot.
Good tea.
So where do we start? There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up, away from the water, that should take us to the village. But there is no way I am crossing that, mistress. Robots cannot swim. Something switched. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Mercian leave goods for the Ioxians to collect. Well, Janiki won't be hiding in there. That tithe barn was big. This moon produces a surplus, mistress. For what good it does them. A genuine forest. Iox can eat its bitter heart. Iox has one tree. I was like, can I go off the edge? Can I go over here? Ah. Curse you, few tall bits of grass.
Don't get into the weeds. I like their lanterns.
I love these old moons, with their ancient stories. Who is that, for instance? One of the older goddesses? She is guarding the fields. Evidently more than 1,500 years have passed since she was carved. I'm impressed you can tell that already. Go, go. Yeah. Alright, let's just do it in this part.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Rice. Do they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. A warehouse. I thought I saw a face at that window. A woman. She ducked out of sight. Comment on that one. She dominates everything. Elbereth has a statue like that, sort of. It's just a pair of feet. Iox must approve, although I understood they had destroyed similar statues on other moons. Where does all the water here come from? There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it. Walk on your rice. Oh, I can't even walk on the rice. Oh, those lanterns?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're pretty.
Can I even go up next to anything?
Yeah, there's a path.
Look at this thing. Beautifully crafted. What is a wellspring, anyway? A source, mistress. Nothing more. A source of what? Commonly, water. Also, air. Someone's carved something here. Symbols in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. These symbols resemble my translations of Emperor.
And then what's the second one's option?
Okay, so death, water, light, snake. And this word also reminds me of my word for Emperor. Yes, thank you.
That one's a goddess. It's very similar to Emperor and Holy. Water? It's kind of swooshy.
That would make sense for a rice farming thing. Does Holy Water Goddess make sense? There's certainly plenty of water here. She's guarding their most precious resource, keeping it all fertile. What's this? Almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious.
Good night, Co-op.
Night, sleep well. The moon does not contain any crystal, but the Broachmaster Emma sent to it. The Professor does. The mineral is the same. What kind of crystal is it, Six? Iolite, mistress. Valueless. Perhaps we should return to the ship. Mayari told me to look, so I'm looking. Commendable, mistress, but this shard does not come from here. Collected enough evidence to infer a lost site exists. Okay. This game definitely does, like, move fast on its stuff. Or, like, this is the thing now. Go! Okay, we've got some peoples. Can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps you believe if I had a scrap of clothing, then I could trace his scent. Can you do that? Trace a scent? No, mistress. If I see him, I will let you know. Okay. Can I not walk down the ramp? Okay. It's like, why will it not let me go?
Checking off the rice. Gonna go say hi to a pig.
I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. No crumbled towers. Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard. Pig.
Pigs.
Even more rice. Just lying around. I could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Elborethian family for a week. No one would even notice it was gone. I had heard Elbereth was a moon of thieves, mistress. I had assumed it was a slur rather than a strategy. Hello? Oh, you didn't want to talk. There's plenty of rice stored up too. Elbereth should move itself here. I believe that is exactly what the Protectorate exists to prevent. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare? Indeed, mistress. How many moons are there in Iox Protectorate 6? At the last settlement, it was 23. Damn. Approach. In good faith, lady. My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me. Rude. Please, if you could just...
No one on Mercy wants to talk to me.
Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. Okay, so it looks like we got some different... I don't know if racism is quite the right word, but... The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals I note also do not seem pleased to see you. Up this way. There must be someone here I can talk to. Isn't the Protectorate too many moons to manage? There are no threats at present. This is no doubt eases the situation.
Pig.
I wish there was a slightly better thing for monitoring
This
like
was
who it's
what
actually coming
passed for
from.
a street on Mayersey.
Like
My
color.
mercy.
Buildings
Yeah.
on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
Big.
Three paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing.
Rock.
It seemed nice.
Interesting. Stranger. You're talking to me? No one else in this village would talk to me. Forgive them. We understand things are not the same on Iox as they are here.
Stranger danger.
It's because they think I'm from Iox. I'm from Elbereth. On Maercy, one requires an introduction before talking to anyone. But you're talking to me. I have had some dealings with outsiders before. I could say I am forward, or you could say I am forward. This is a beautiful moon you have. It is wet enough for us, certainly. Perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Maercian, surely. We are alike as ants to you. My friend is an Ioxian. We do not keep any of those in our pens. Good luck with your search. They say the nebula is wide. Helpful. It appears Renba was never here, mistress. Shall we leave? Are the shard and the brooch enough to find him? Perhaps. I don't understand. If he wasn't here, why did he say he would be? Someone must know something. is where Renba said he was going, but it seems he never made it. Another thing. Yes? I found a lump of crystal. You are very lucky. Do you recognize it? No. You found it, after all, and not I. But do you recognize this kind of crystal? No. But you will not buy anything from me with a trinket. What do you think?
Show on the bridge.
Do you recognize this? Please stop showing me everything you carry in your little bag. Good faith to you. The fields. Come on, 6. Let's try this way. Time to depart, mistress? Soon. Not yet.
We must do due diligence to try to find this dude. Get all the clues.
You are from Iox? My name is Alia. Then you are not her. Not Mayari. That's who you're waiting for? I heard your voice. You're Ioxian. But you said Alia. Mayari is the other lady, right?
Yeah.
My name is Alia Mayari. Do you have a message for me? He told me you might come. Pretended to be Mayari. Janiki? My tall Ioxian. He left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. I found it. A crystal. But I don't know what it means. He told me you would understand. I hope you find him, Miss Mayari. You can't tell me what he was doing here? He was looking for something. In the sky. He was always watching the rivers. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Would you recognize Renba if we saw him? Did you meet him? I believe he activated me, mistress, after I was uncovered. I suspect that is why Professor Mayari assigned me to you. Okay, so we did get some extra input there. Approach a villager. Good faith to you. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. You don't like Ioxians here, do you? That's no secret. Return to your moon. Leave us in peace. For keep it quick, that dude just like immediately booked it out of there. Keep it quick. Gone.
Peace.
More water. Just sitting here. Yeah, finding a verdant planet and just being like, what the fuck? 6. You were buried. Did they find you on Iox? Indeed, mistress. They chipped me out of a wall. Okay, interesting. Down we go. Oh, we can't do anything else then. Towards the fields. that way. It's interesting that they have some of the ones that you can just kind of click on and it'll just start taking you that way. Good faith. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. 6. How long were you buried on Iox? I have no idea, mistress. I do not remember it.
Oh, they did say to climb higher, no? Or
That
that's
was-
where you came from.
Yeah,
I see.
but I can go do that. I'm entertained that the people are like, keep it quick, and then they just won't even say anything. They just immediately
They're
walk
just like,
away.
nope, don't want to talk to you. Goodbye. Good day, sir.
I said good day! Oh, come on, I can't just barge into their house. Come on, let me barge into their house. And you don't know why you were buried? No, mistress. I can only assume I was not needed. Perhaps robots were not trusted. Perhaps, mistress. Though I have observed robots to be both more predictable and more kind than most humans. Oh, shit.
Shots fired.
I can't think why they keep giving me robots. Every time I break or lose one, they give me another. They must take my safety very seriously. The university cares for your well-being, mistress. We're doing that way. Okay. Pig. Why did they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath.
Phase through the pig.
Phase pig. Approach another stranger. Definitely no robots here. No reason for Renba to come here at all. I see the clever strategy of hiding behind some tall grass. You win this round. Of course there are no robots. Robots are valuable. So if there are no robots, why are there ramps everywhere? I mean, walk. Iox uses robots to collect produce from moons and things in the protectorate. I'm kind of sad it doesn't let you like click through at your own speed for when you want to do things. Back to the ship, 6. We've done all we can here for now. This way, mistress. And so we left the warm, wet fields of Mayarcy. To inquire lost sight exists. Somewhere in the cyclones, but I don't know enough to find it yet. Twilight moon. Also, when I was driving, it felt like I took a lot more turns and things than it looked like it was on the initial thing.
Little tributaries and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm curious if this one comes back to bite me at all. I was like, maybe her last name is Mayari because the other lady's been taking care of her and stuff. And like, who knows? Been stabbed. Aboard the Nightingale. Renba left a crystal for Mayari to find, but what was he trying to tell her? I'm quite certain in my analysis, mistress. The crystal we found, mistress, and the element inside the brooch, they originate from a moon somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. Cyclones is a dangerous wild. There's nothing there but clouds and storms. I am aware of that, mistress. I wonder, what exactly did Renba discover? The dangers of sailing through a hurricane? I don't want whatever happened to Renba happening to us. I will do my best to keep us safe, mistress. But then again, I imagine Renba's robot said the same thing. Okay, so we think it's somewhere up in here. And this is where I came from originally, and that's where else she wants to go. I have no idea what Renaki is. The chunk of crystal Renba left. Blah blah blah. Did Renba really travel this way? I know enough to find this site.
Let's go!
Can I click on other outside things? That is. Renaki is a market moon far outside the thing. I've never been there. Why is it on my list?
It's just a
Elbert is
marker.
my home. It's where I moor up when I want to sleep well, but not today. I'll have to tell Professor Mayari that Renba's ship was most likely torn apart by the wilds. Don't know how she'll take it. I could go there next.
To the moon! Let's go! What could go wrong?
Got this.
PTA Wednesday.
Yep. Verdant Pass, sailing to the Iolite Moon.
Are there other ships on the rivers, mistress? I've not seen any. You worry about driving, I'll take care of this.
Okay.
Turn us left momentarily, mistress. There are other ships out here, but you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed, so no one ever passes you by. It sounds lonely. We will need to turn left up ahead, mistress.
Let's try not to hit the rocks. Although when Sahez was playing, it looked like there was at least something that was like on a rock somewhere in there.
People who like people stay on the ground.
Right.
You do not like people, mistress? Here, there's an option about. That explains a lot. Tell me. Is there anything you do like? Backspace. Reset. Backspace.
Let's try that again.
I like silence. My findings suggest the Iolite moon should be somewhere nearby. Tab to view possible search locations. So I keep going straight, I guess.
Okay.
There's a rock up ahead. What have we found?
Above the crystal moon. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? We have arrived, mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple iolite crystals, but there is no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. But Renba must have gone down somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. We might do the same. Hopper? The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course, for instantaneous travel. Is it safe? Not really, mistress, no. This moon does not have any air. I will have to go down alone. But you're sure the iolite crystal came from here? Statistically certain, mistress. The moon is rich in deposits of iolite. Please wait here. Just don't take too long. Okay, when he said instantaneous travel, he meant it.
The robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
I wonder if the hopper worked. I can't see anything moving down there. This is the quickest you've lost a robot yet, Aaliyah. If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. Mistress. Oh. I found something, mistress. This is Janiki's? The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. A tool chest. An engineer's chest. And there was no air on this moon? None. It can only have been for that reason, mistress. Been chosen for that reason. We better not have damaged it. It appears intact to me, mistress. I hope there isn't a snake in here. A roll of cloth?
Gotta love my fire alarm firing off completely randomly at 5 a.m. while I'm sleeping.
Oh no. Yeah, that's no great.
Oh no. This sounds not great.
Thick fabric. Janiki, what is this? Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Whoa, we got more.
At Matt, the unmitigated panic was kind of hilarious, but also, Jesus, my heart. How's everything tonight, Phoenix fam? Yeah, I remember this from college.
Yeah.
That's going okay. Hanging in there.
Rekka apparently had one of those recently where I guess our fire alarm just went off randomly and was saying fire, but like nothing was going on, no food was being made, nothing was being, cooked, anything like that. It just like randomly went off. So I'm hoping it doesn't do any more of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Saul.
Yep, we redid it recently. You might give the side view to get the
Back view.
nice
side
bright red
view.
and stuff.
All done.
Is a blight.
And Wolf's lurking and everything. Oh, very nice.
There we go.
It's
We
all
got some
animated and
peoples around.
stuff. Very nice.
Oh, nice. That was the one that you said came through. Nice. Because I know you said you got something new, but I hadn't had a chance to check it out yet. Yeah, those look good.
Yeah.
You saw chaos? Nay, I was drawn to it. Nice, you got all of them through.
Very nice.
So when did the animated slots open up for you then?
Yeah, it's not animated on this. It's probably animated on your phone, though.
Oh, okay.
The iPad doesn't like to do animated GIFs. So.
Oh, they opened for everyone today. Oh.
Fancy.
So
What
we
see?
have to figure out something. I don't know what a good one for us is.
We'll have to think about it.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
All right, purple robe.
Alright, so we got this one that is similar to Emperor and Holy, at least in that it's got kind of that
The twirlies.
thing.
All right, so this game is a puzzle game where you're trying to figure out a mystery, but also to decode a ancient language.
Archaeologist in Space.
Yes, archaeology in space.
And Sahis also played it.
Yes.
It is a favorite of co-op, and so he actually gifted it to me. And yes, I know he was very excited to watch when Sahis was playing through it and stuff.
We understand. Apparently, co-op has played through it like 4 times, and he says that he's still finding new things.
Because like it, so yeah, I get to put in which word I think this is, and you kind of like go with it for a while, and sometimes that changes how you look at other words down the line. So if you put in the wrong thing, it can completely change how you're looking at stuff and understanding what different things are. Are you into linguistics and stuff, Saul? Okay.
All right, let's see what other ones we've got.
Holy Light, Guardians, Pilgrims. Okay, so a little close to what we think is banished. Although not really. Mostly just in the
That,
bit
but
there.
then also the
I'm wondering if that's like a modifier that changes up the other words, kind of like the ones in Katakana.
Then it's also got that
This guy.
character.
Okay, and then some of the same. Okay, so it effectively has what we think is goddess just in it.
And then the last one does too.
So again, with what is potentially goddess plus this chunk.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. I'm pretty sure that this last one is prey.
That's what I was leaning towards.
It's the most similar to goddess and holy. Eat, pray, love.
How about we pray, pilgrims?
I like we as the start there.
Oh, that's true. Actually, I hadn't really thought about that.
So then the phrase could be like, we pilgrims pray?
Okay, and if we are going off of kind of like banished holy people, pilgrims does kind of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, the figuring out which things aren't just all nouns.
Right,
stuff is gonna
and
be
make
interesting,
also
or
a
verbs.
phrase that makes sense.
Clearly, Madagascar, then. I don't know if I know that bit. I heard that in my head in that weird multi-voice slogan that you hear in Cook Serve Delicious. I adore that Madagascar meme. Lamau. Me Madagascar. Okay, do we try...
I mean, we'll get more clues. At this point, I mean, the best we can do is guess. It's the weird Madagascar pics from
It still
GeoGuessr.
changed my mind, but we pilgrims pray. Were you a pilgrim, Renba? Of some ancient faith, perhaps, kept secret from the powers back on Iox? Did you leave that shard by the goddess not as a clue, but as an offering? Secret from Mayari herself? But he left it out for her. There's more in here. There's a copper model embossed with the eagle and sun. It's beautifully preserved. And there's an etched message.
Yeah, I keep calling it some white woman's eat, pray, love
Is
vacation
that a single word?
pictures.
Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read.
Ah, that's right. These where you have to figure out pieces. How to break the thing into words.
Oh, so we actually have to like plunk and like put it in.
Uh-huh.
So... I mean, so that one... I guess that one fits more appropriately there. Let's see now.
What's the options for the last one?
And like our related ones aren't that similar, other than mostly just having the little small swirly.
Word, maybe?
I'm almost wondering about light.
Yeah?
And this one, it's mostly that they'll have the little
Swoosh.
small swoosh.
Follow? Toward? Toward holy light? Follow holy light?
Do you want to try toward or follow?
I'm kind of thinking follow.
It's interesting. Because, yeah, like that one could turn into so many different things based
Depending
on
what your
what you
middle
put into
word
it.
is.
Or even just like how you put in these last ones. Like, yeah, that could be like ascend holy heart or ascend holy friend or something. Like, it can completely change up what all it means.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. And the Madagascar one, the random like people that just did their trip, and so it's all just like these weird random pictures of them backpacking, but that's their like the few pictures through there or whatnot. Yeah, that one's silly. Like, the fact that that exists in like GeoGuessr and the normal stuff overall is just, yeah, so silly. Okay, follow holy light. Continue. Follow holy light. Most likely this comes from the same side as the rope. This is the new, this new find should help us find the place. But that's not all. There's also a copper chest with iron edging. How did Renba get his hands on all this? And there's an inscription on the base. Oh man, so many things.
Yep. It's
This
weird.
one has a phrase run together.
It's weird. It's either a Google car or like someone's vacation photos in the woods. And it's like, it literally could be anywhere. First one,
We've got us.
Otters,
And us.
us.
Should we go put both in, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm feeling confident about my translation of waters now. Okay, we got waters. I'm also certain of us. Haha! Okay, so now we just need whatever this middle one is, which leaves one word to guess.
Link.
I think Link.
I suppose it could also be divide.
If we're going off of stuff with like banish and whatnot. Although at the moment,
Because
it
if
looks
it's
a little bit
the
more
last
similar
one,
to
it's
Papa.
if it's prey, it could be like a connection to the goddess.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking, yeah, Link.
Waters link us. I can see what Huang thinks when I get back to Iox. Now, what's inside? An ornamental wooden piece from a bowsprit. Look at the thickness of it. The ship it came from must have been enormous. It has been inscribed, mistress. Oh, it's also pretty long. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. Okay, so it doesn't have to be anything that quite makes sense.
Yep.
Or at least it needs to be semi-makes sense. That's not even quite right.
Yeah, I think it gives you pieces of related things. So yeah, there's follow in there. At the beginning. Light.
I believe you can be confident of your translation of light now, mistress. Okay, cool.
Stars.
Yeah, that would make sense if we're looking at similar stuff to light, but also to various holy themes. Stars seem like a good thing. Also, I'm curious then how it does differently.
Well, one is a possessive. The other is just the noun itself. So I would
So
say,
thinking this one, right?
yeah.
Does follow stars light work? I think this comes from the same place as the chest. Having this should be helpful in pinning down where these were all made. So are these leads, or are these things what Renbo is after? Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. So Renbo was hoarding artifacts. Somewhere no one would find them. But he wanted Mayari to find them. Why would Mayari care? It doesn't make sense. Can you work out where the robe originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress, but Professor Mayari was keen that we found Master Renba. And I am sure Master Renba is equally keen to be found. Show me. I am not exactly certain, mistress, but I believe Renba traveled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones.
That sounds like a good thing.
Sounds good. Sounds fine. Everything's fine. Also, I'm trying to decide how much more of this I should be doing tonight.
However much you want to be doing tonight.
Yeah. Figure maybe like 30 more minutes.
Sounds good to me.
see where this next section gets us. Okay, well, at least we are close now to the Eye of the Cyclones.
Yeah, but we don't know how to get there.
True. Possibly deep in the swirling waters of the Cyclones, is there still more to find? And is Renba waiting to be found? I know enough to find this site.
Oh, so we can go.
Plot course.
Oh, nice little swirly. I'm sure this is totally fine.
Let's see what happens.
Same deal as before?
Sure.
We focus on navigating.
Hydrate. Also, Matt, whenever you're back around, I have a question for you.
Do you get to do any ship flying?
You do.
Funny you should ask.
Yeah, you get to direct the course of it through the weird, like, wind current stuff.
Sorry, was letting the dog out.
No worries. I was gonna ask if you were doing a game that was taking place in kind of like a Phaz type setting, or based on stuff to do with Phaz. What things would you say are like the most important elements that you would need to show up in that game? Because I'm trying to figure out if I do an Orpheus one-shot semi-based on Phaz, what would be the things that would need to have happen for it to feel like a proper, game of Phaz type of thing. Because I like the idea of having people be very new to the Orpheus company, and like their first thing was like, yeah, you guys used to be ghost hunters. Why don't you go out and like investigate this ghost at this location?
Match the clues.
Okay. I'd have to figure out stuff with that since there aren't like quite as much specific. I just have to like make them up or figure them out.
Honestly, what you
stuff.
need to do is you actually need to sit down and observe people playing.
Also true. Well, I'd probably have to look up some of the stuff because watching people play doesn't always help. They're just kind of like, I have this thing and I have that. Obviously, it's a revenant then. And I'm like, wait, what? How did that work?
Yep. You need to do research if you're going to do that.
All right, time to do
Ship
some
sailing time.
Ship sailing.
The Cyclones. So every ghost has 3 clue types that coincide with what the ghost is. Does the robe's origin suggest there's a cult living inside the Cyclones? Doing what? Worshipping the storm? It is possible. Humans have very strange hobbies.
True that.
Example, demon is fingerprints, ghost writing, and freezing temps. Go straight on here, mistress. I have been analyzing the purple robe we found in Remba's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of significant age. So, depending on the kind of ghost you'd want, you'd have to just make those happen. Hold on, 6. I cannot hold on, mistress.
Whee!
We're in one piece. We appear to be. Now we're near to the Eye of the Cyclones, mistress. I cannot see which way to turn at this branch, mistress. We will have to choose one and explore.
I think I found something.
I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please, do not be alarmed. It is quite safe.
It's fine. The Eye of the Cyclones. Will Renba be waiting for us here in the center of the storm? Okay, so yeah, I would just have to look up what all the different things are and then try and kind of tailor it to that so people could actually understand the clues if they had played Fads before. And then even if they hadn't, they could still probably work out some of the
The
stuff for
hopper
it.
fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. It seems Janiki had a taste for places like this. I have a feeling about this one. Whatever Remba was after, we're close. I hope you will be grateful when we find him. We are taking considerable risk. This way. Do you think we will find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I would like to meet him again, to see if I can remember him at all.
Very unusual weathering pattern here.
Perhaps Remba is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hopper him back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress, perhaps. We can only hope. Oh, tree. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house.
In the eye of a hurricane.
It was fine.
Quiet.
Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this. Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress.
Yeah, duh.
How did Janiki find it? I hope we can ask him, mistress. Blocked with rubble and ruin, this whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Renba, are you here? So, what should I do? Just go back to Iox and say we got so far, saw some smoke, then we gave up? You don't think she'd send us right back here? I do not think Professor Mayari wants you to sprain your ankle, mistress. It's a bit of a drop. So do not fall, mistress. I don't think Mayari cares about my ankle. And besides, you can always hop on me back to the ship. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Clamber over. There's no other way. Here goes. Ah! The floor seems sound enough. 6. Where did the robot go? Some kind of structure. There's a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. It might help me date this place, figure out what's supposed to be. Bunch of jars and things.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Renba! I didn't think that would work, I suppose. It was worth a try. Mistress. Obviously, it is good to see you intact, Mistress.
This game is gorgeous. Agreed. I'm trying not to watch too much. Looks so good.
How did you get down from that arch? I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself over the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door.
Wasn't Sahez also playing? I know Co-op raved about
Now
this
you
as
understand
well.
why I keep losing robots. They're always doing stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting mix of 2D and 3D.
Mistress, is something the matter? I am detecting certain elevated emotional markers. Like what? Shortness of tone, Mistress. Lack of compromise. Markers. You're a robot, 6. I don't need to be nice to you. Rude. Blanket. Someone curled up here by the fire to keep warm. Someone died here, Mistress. You're trying to scare me? Mistress, the fact should have no emotional impact. After all, they were dead. Renba? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old.
Inscription?
You're an inscription. You're sure? The evidence is minor, but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death.
Night, Matt!
Night, Matt. See you tomorrow morning. Hopefully you guys sleep well. Okay, now that it's not specifically talking and doing stuff, I really wish it didn't just go, because then I can't, like, stop and do stuff. The person who lay in this state here was only removed recently. But yes, co-op is super into this game, and I guess that's true. Aha! So it can't get ahead of itself. And then yes, Sahez was playing it for a while, and finished it off. So I should ask at some point what she thought of it. I think she, from last I heard, enjoyed it, but thought it kind of went a little bit slow sometimes. So I guess we'll kind of see how it is with that. Also, having multiple people to work on figuring out words seems like it will be kind of nice overall for that. But yes, night, Matt. See you tomorrow. At some point, Soul will sleep again. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. Legends tell of a time when Soul actually slept.
That's okay, we enjoy your company.
Yep. We're always glad to have you around. There's an inscription up here. More characters. Okay, so we got some more water goddess stuff. I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I can take a chance.
Chance on what's left.
Okay.
Something similar to holy and follow. Blesses? I like blesses.
Yeah, blesses would fit decently well. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Fire?
Water goddess blesses fire?
I mean, it is on a hearth.
True. Also potentially harvest?
But it's got the thing for light and stars. It's related to fire. And it looks like fire.
Water goddess blesses fire. This is a fireplace after all. Perhaps they were afraid of it burning the house down.
Also, Soul says, "Aw, thanks. You folk are the best."
A heavy wooden box. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. There's something inscribed on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt, for the host. More heart. I need to remember to, actually turn on my computer in the morning and host you more often. Because I keep just not turning on my computer and just having you up on the big screen.
Looks like
Okay, so we have...
something related to stars. Ooh, the singular one, that might be of. It's a simple mark, so it must be of.
I believe that.
That seems like enormous. There's lots. Because this is, we is multiples of a single person, so many, many, many.
Could also be great.
Yes. But I think with there being 3 of them.
That's fair. Also interesting to know that one can be upside down from those. Okay, so let's assume enormous. ROUSs, rats of enormous size. Sorry, ROESs at that point.
So my current thought is treasure of enormous value.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, I think the main thing is if I try and do it off of mobile, off of the phone, it hasn't worked properly for me. Or did you just do it off of a mobile, Matt? Because if I can do it off of mobile, then yeah, I'll easily host every day for you. Come on, I want to see your word, please. You could. There we go. So you think that is treasures?
Yeah.
You get the light aspects being like shiny
Yeah.
or shine. So like that kind of in itself might be more of like a shine. Treasures of enormous
Value.
So why do you think value? Other than
It's
just
in a
it kinda
treasure
fits.
chest.
I mean, are you going to write treasures of enormous value on your treasure chest?
Hey, man. It could just basically be a label of important things.
I suppose that's true.
And that's, I mean, that's the contextual clue I'm working with here.
Yeah, I'm just also trying to decide how that would relate to things like light or water. I guess those are both valuable things. Let's try it. That will do for now. Mayari will be most excited by this find, mistress. Whatever proves to be inside. Something to put a smile on Mayari's face at last. Maybe this will make up for there being no sign of Rinba. see if I can shift it. Curses. I can't even get my fingers under the lid. Open it up then, 6. Not locked, mistress, but stiff. And I lack fingers for leverage. You don't have an attachment for prying? Something you can stick into your arm sockets? My first robot had those. Perhaps I could find something on the ship. Maybe there's something around here I can use. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. What are you? Presumably you did not call it one, unless you were already planning your robocidal spree. There, fire. A fire poker. I think this might do for a lever. A good thought, mistress. I might be able to snap the lock. Mistress, is it moving? It's definitely shifting. Here goes then. Whoop. Look inside. Let's
And there it
see.
was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
Yeah, that seems pretty good for what our translation was. 6. Look at
From
this.
inside the coffer, from the distant past of the nebula's once great empire.
Thank you, Blight. Incredible.
It was a crown.
Ooh. Eagle and sun motif. Just like Chaniki's brooch, the mark of the Empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? Can you imagine how much this is worth? Enough that finding a buyer would be most irksome, mistress. There's something written along the inside. It's alright, Blight. I appreciate. Is a nice thing to do, and not doing it doesn't hurt me, so, like,
Yep.
oh well. Oh, that is an interesting one. So at least a little bit of partial stuff from Treasures and Stars. But I guess also something from Holy? I guess just the, like, dots.
I think the first one is on.
Could work.
So,
What would that contextually have to do with these guys?
I'm going off of the fact that it's simple. The next one I think is Rivers.
That's kind of where I was leaning towards.
Yeah, so on Rivers of Light, we sail. Yeah, follow water, sail.
I want to see what this one has. That's an interesting one. Also, I like it with the big thing there. It just kind of looks like a big whoa.
Forever?
It's kind of where I'm leaning. So if this is like big,
The first part could be time.
like time, big time,
Yeah.
meaning forever.
Yeah, on Rivers of Light we sail forever.
Yeah, let's try that. On rivers of light we sail forever. Is this crown what Mayari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Remba too, perhaps? Mistress, I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. Should have done the, I should wear the crown.
Should I wear it?
Some axes. I guess he's got at least some wood out there to work on. A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would have needed water, mistress. What's this crown doing out here? Did Janiki bring it out here and hide it? I do not think that coffer has been opened in at least 500 years, mistress. But he must have known it was here. Why else come? There's something up here. A blade. A dagger. A little corroded, but beautifully crafted, and with an eagle and a sun on the hilt. On it, an inscription. I can barely make the letters out, they're so old.
They're so tiny.
This is the start of a fragment of text.
Oh, there's Empress. Fire?
As or of.
At the very beginning.
Yeah.
As well.
I think that's it. Something's gone wrong. I must have used the wrong words. Oh.
Maybe gods instead of
Empress?
Empress? Doesn't quite fit. Not as.
Oh. Okay.
So Empress is in fire, maybe.
Mistress, that translation is clearly incorrect. There must be another phrasing. Oh.
So maybe just fire.
I can add my translation for fire to my thing. Okay.
Ha! Nailed it.
I'm curious why the other one wasn't right, though.
It contains the word for Empress or Emperor.
It wasn't its proper thing. So it was another one of those, like, it's a bigger thing.
Yeah. So it contains we. So empires?
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah.
Because other ones, like, does not and waters seem kind of
Yeah, no.
wonky in there.
Empires.
Does Empire's fire make sense? Huh, okay, okay. Intriguing.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
You have acquired 2 intriguing artifacts here, the dagger and the crown. It would seem this site was connected to others. I suggest we take the crown to Professor Mayari directly. We must also inform her of our theories about Renba. May I activate the hopper now, mistress?
No. There's still
Not
the
just yet.
the thing outside.
There must be more to this place. I want to know who lived here, who died here, and what happened to Renba. You know, I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but there can't have been many trees here to use, so the wood must have been brought in. Brought from Mayarsi, maybe? That seems likely, mistress. Another inscription up here. There's something carved above the door. Okay, so we still have our kind of time thing over there. I know one of these words. I'll guess the rest. Okay, so light. Close to banished, follow.
Cannot. Cannot. I think the X is like a no.
That could make sense. Let's see what this is. My current guess is birth.
Yeah?
Like if this is kind of to do with time,
Mm-hmm.
and we have something to do with fire, usually like the spark of life banished from the body.
Yeah.
To birth someone. Okay, so light cannot birth.
Or I suppose it could be into, but yeah, I prefer cannot as sort of a negative for not following.
Let's try that. And hope that X actually means not
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of something completely different. Light cannot birth. Some kind of blessing, maybe. The shrine was built here. Is the stone inside from Maercy? No, mistress. I do not know where it is from, but Maercy does not have stone like that. Also, I like that she has out a
notebook.
notepad while
Yeah.
she's doing stuff.
Gotta take notes.
No way through here. It would have once been open enough. This place is empty. No ancient cults here.
Something on this side.
That's the shrine. Assuming it's not an outhouse.
Oh, there's something on this side.
Oh. There's something carved into the rock here. This is the end of a longer line of text. Try channel.
Cannot at the beginning there. Rivers.
Cannot reverse trickle. I mean, if we're doing that, banished also has that part, that could kind of be the like leaving type thing. Also, cannot rivers day, cannot rivers nothing, cannot rivers earth, don't really make
Yeah.
sense. So I mean, a channel trying to slow stuff down and possibly something to stop it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense with
Yeah, flow.
Yeah. Let's try that. Cannot rivers trickle. Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Dug out. There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Interesting thing for the robot to bring up. I appreciate. Ooh, a rock. The smoke is in the way.
The smoke is this way.
It's this way. By all the moons and waters. Ooh. Oh. It's a ship. I mean...
It was a ship.
It was a ship. I like the music picking up right here. Can we be sure that this was Janiki's ship? No, mistress.
but the circumstantial evidence is very strong. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. And this was the hull. It must have been an explosion, Mistress. But how did this happen? Janiki must have used an inadvisable propellant to travel. And the fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, Mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari, Mistress. But yes, there's still things to look at. There's something wedged under here. Seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. A telescope. Dating from at least the earliest days of the Empire? This must have been aboard Janiki's ship, another of his finds. It doesn't have any carved symbols on the casing. I guess that this comes from the same site as the piece of bowsprit and the chest that we found on the site of Remba's cache. People must have commonly traveled to both the two sites. It must have burned for days. What do we tell Mayari? The truth, surely, Mistress. Janiki must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, Mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. What I can't figure out is this. What was Renba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, Mistress. But how that trail began and where it was leading him, most unclear. This channel comes up from a rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, Mistress, and you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiki is not here, Mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go yet, Mistress?
Still more.
Still more. What were you hiding, Renba? A good question, Mistress. Okay, so now I'm getting myself confused on who is Janiki and who is Renba.
It's the same person.
Is it?
Janiki is his first name, Renba is his last name.
Okay, that would make more sense because I suddenly just had a like, wait a second, are there two people?
Mm-hmm.
Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit?
This might be all for this one.
At least for this part. There might be something else still in the building. There's nothing we can do here, 6. Nothing at all. Okay, good. I can't go this way. I suppose... I always assumed we would find Renba. I assumed... I don't know. Miari made it sound like he'd run away. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Renba in his next life, mistress. There's another inscription. This one is a broken fragment from something else.
Oh,
Okay.
there's forever again.
And Emperor. Something that looks kind of similar to fire, but not. I'm sure my translation for forever is right.
Live? Sleep? Kind of liking the live.
Yeah. The lightning-y thing looks more like a live than a sleep. And feels more like water is much more alive and always flowing rather than sleeping. Emperors live forever. Emperors? Here? What were emperors doing out here? According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Why not? It would explain a few things. Not least that crown. True that. We didn't see any shrine houses on Maersi like the one here. Not even small ones. An older custom, perhaps? Iox does not permit shrines, mistress. Iox would no doubt remove the Maersian statue, if they could work out how to shift it. Perhaps. Or perhaps even Iox does not meddle with a goddess of water, when she watches over a prosperous farm. Oh. A stone pedestal, with someone in it. That looks very similar. She seems familiar. It's the same as the statue on Maersi. Indeed, mistress. Mistress, you can recognize her by her hat. What do you think, one or two? Simply fashioned. Simply fashioned. Not a treasure, a functional item. What can you tell us, I wonder? It has been etched with tiny glyphs, too. This one is the end of a broken fragment of text. So the end of the text.
Goddess bless. Or it could be sacred. But I'm pretty sure about bless. And it's on a goddess.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if that one is. 'Cause, I mean, like, that completely fits. But several of the other ones last time did too, and it was like, eh. Yep. Yep, not sacred. So yeah, I think indeed it is goddess bless. I can add my translation for goddess to my thing. These glyphs are somewhat like my translation for flow.
Plants?
Goddess bless.
All? You? I'd say go for you. It's short.
trying to decide between these two. The all and the you. Mostly just because that feels more like a all-encompassing kind of thing for all.
It does also look like plants. It does look like a plant.
Yeah. I mean, could that have been there as like a farming one effectively for...
Yeah, I mean, that's what she was, the goddess was doing there. The big one.
Okay, but then why would it be in trickle or flow?
Irrigating.
I don't know which way to go on this one. Goddess bless.
Let's go with plants.
You're swinging towards that one now?
Looks like grass, come on.
Does goddess bless plants work?
And if it's wrong, we'll figure it out.
The shrine itself is made of stone, but it's not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the buildings? The outer structure is certainly, but the stone pillar, no. These buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. How old would you say the pillar was? Mid to late Empire period, mistress. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. I'm assuming no on 3. Hey!
Hey! Thank y'all!
How's it going? Okay, good. She's not saying anything for a second there.
This game is weird about pausing.
Yeah, like it doesn't really let you like talk as you go through or like do things. It just keeps going. So sometimes it just kind of goes.
We are playing a game called Heaven's Door, right? Heaven's Vault.
Heaven's Vault.
Heaven's Vault.
I've been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress. Extrapolating this building is older than the founding of the Holy Empire on Iox. Okay, so you are effectively playing a space archaeologist
Slash linguist.
slash linguist that is going around trying to uncover some stuff. She's kind of been set on a specific mission of, hey,
Find this missing person.
can you go find this person that is important to our science
University.
collective, yeah, our university. And so this whole map thing is weird swirling like air currents. So you pretty much have a ship that rides on the
Rivers of air.
Yeah, on the rivers of air to go to different locations. And we found the dude hiding in some weird like hidden stuff. Okay, we didn't find him. We found a place.
And evidence
And-
of his ship.
Yeah, that has crashed and exploded. Maybe crashed, maybe just exploded. But along the way, you were also trying to like figure out the words of things and the phrases. So you're trying to like translate old text based on kind of how you think things might make sense, and like it'll give you some like context kind of clues of like this word is very similar to these words. Like what do you think that could be, or what could it mean? So we're kind of exploring and doing stuff. It looks like this is... I think I found most of the things in this area, and then I will have to potentially go back from there and see how things are going. Let's see, what were you doing? Oblivion.
Elder
Nice. How was Oblivion treating you? I have not played Oblivion. I've just played Skyrim.
Interesting.
You know, Six, back on Iox, they say nothing is older than the Empire. That the Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. If Iox does not believe in history, what is it they think you do?
Well, they don't treat her very well, so...
Yeah, that explains why they kind of shit on her thing. Iox believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. They think I am out discovering the future.
Oblivion is always good. You should give it a shot at some point. I think I played a little bit of Oblivion back in college.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I played as a Khajiit for a little while. One of the other.
Skyrim?
No, it was before Skyrim. Like my freshman year, down the hall, there was one of the other gals that had an Xbox, I think, and let me play for like 6 hours one night, and I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning, randomly playing Oblivion.
Really? I don't think I
Yeah.
ever knew about this.
Yeah, it was one of the older Elder Scrolls games, so.
That's funny.
And I only just played it like in that one sitting, and I never went back to it because it wasn't my thing. Oh, would you find a secret tunnel?
It'll be dark in there. Oh, I can't go.
Oh, she doesn't want to go in the dark.
Ah. 'Cause I'm like, that looks like a hidden cave.
It totally is.
Okay, I don't think I want to go back to the ship quite yet. I think I have to go back around the other way, though. Slow moving. Yeah, I
She
played...
does have rather a leisurely pace about her.
I played a little bit of... Alright, I played a decent amount of Skyrim, but I have not finished it, because I am horrible at finishing open-world games. Because I just get busy doing, like, all the other things that there are to do, and then I don't finish the actual story.
She's afraid of the dark. You know what helps with the dark and the fear. Ooh, an inscription. Here we go.
Okay, so here, we can show you what the inscription stuff is like.
Fire!
Light immortal? The end of a line of something. Shutter to window.
Yep, light.
Oh, we don't actually have our one for
time. You get burnt out on the side quests with games like Skyrim and Oblivion sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can, rather.
Yep, I've 100% done that. I guess throw in an of and see if it works or not. That little tick mark there is something. Okay,
It's
so
definitely
it's
of.
Okay, so yeah, we have the previous words that we think are birth and forever. And so we think that the, like, silly eye-looking kind of things are something to do with, effectively, time.
Day!
Ooh, day could be a good one.
Light of day.
And then, like, this one we think is something to do more or less with big.
Very or big.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sun would be related to star.
True that, true that. Yeah, let's try light of day. I could still change my mind, but light of day? There can't have ever been much light here. Not in all this fog. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, Six? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appears to have had this kind of ground in mind.
No such thing as too many quests.
If I ever get tired of walking, maybe you can carry me. If you get tired, I will hopper you back to the ship. Which is fair. It's like instant teleportation.
Quest book holds 300 active quests. Yep.
Let's take another look inside. See if I missed anything in here. Because, yeah, we're like in the middle of a weird, like, swirling storm of all the different, like, wind rivers. And they're like, there's nothing here. And then we found something. She was like, holy shit, there is something here. Got surprised. The building won't actually cave in on us, will it? I cannot guarantee that, mistress. It was made by farmers. You shitting on farmers?
Alright, well, I'm gonna go grab something to eat, but I'll be a-lurkin'.
Sounds good. Food is delicious. I feel like I need to have a snack here shortly.
Right on. Thanks for the raid.
Yeah, thank you for
It's
joining.
tasty.
I appreciate it very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Hopefully you get to see a little bit more. I'm not sure how much farther I plan on playing for the night, but... I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might... open. Oh.
I appreciate that this game seems to want to encourage you to continue the plot, but rewards you for exploring.
Look at this. Swirls and flows. These are rivers. The detail. It's beautiful. These look like the rivers of Ghostwake. If this were the shrine outside comes from, but no one goes to Ghostwake. Ooh. Is there an inscription? It seems so. This one has several words.
Of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're running a little low on our things for this one. So the one that we think might be something to do with life, right?
Something like that, yeah. This one is related
Something
to
do with
light.
Light, shine, I think is kind of what we're thinking that might be.
It looks kind of like stars.
But we already have stars.
I mean,
Well, we
might-
have something that's possessive.
Oh, yeah, right. That's true. So I guess I might
But
change
it looks almost more like treasures. So this one could be truth, knowledge, truth.
Knowledge of... Okay, so we got that part from Pilgrims. And we got that part from Live.
Live. Home? Temple?
I mean,
I feel like temple would have something that would be related to holy.
yeah. Home would at least kind of make sense with
Pilgrims. The
where you live, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Kind of digging knowledge of home.
Potentially also truth of home.
It's on a map. I'm digging on the knowledge personally, but you know, you're the one playing.
Well, I mean, okay, so truth of home would make sense for being the location on the map of this is where it is.
True, but this is information.
Sure. So how would we break down between kind of what the worth of knowledge and truth are for what kind of word they are? I mean, like a map is providing knowledge of stuff, but that's kind of generic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with truth because of some of its link to holy, and go with it kind of being like the best knowledge is truth, and like the holy knowledge is truth. Truth of home, that will do for now. This is definitely a map, but not of this place. Somewhere else. Oh. Kind of surprised there wasn't anything else to do with like what their food or something was, and all these other jars and things. Okay, well I'm glad we found that before trying to leave.
Set that up in the corner.
Can I say
Very
hi to
dead
you?
gecko.
Hi, gecko.
I could slip through here. Are you always this adventurous, mistress?
I am finding it quite exhausting.
You'll cope somehow.
In the yard behind the house, there were tools. Plots of earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker, before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
It's gonna throw me that R-A-Q-I sounds like R-A-K-U, Raku. Bone dry. Okay, he's been here for a while. Poor Mayari. I'm sure she was hoping we'd find him. Okay, marker. Definitely isn't natural. There's something here. A necklace? What are these things? Look like shells. Flat beads. Ceramic? I'm not sure. The sticks are all but petrified. I can't even rot out here. Or I can't even rot out here. But there's something on it. More words I don't know.
Never. So, not time.
Oh, but then also things like past. Fit in that kind of thing too.
That could work. What's the guess on the second one?
Similar to...
What about never forget?
I'm almost wondering about never return, or something similar to that degree. Like we're bringing in the stuff from Cannot and Pilgrims in the day. It was more like a return than a remember. More of like a... I don't know,
Yeah, so where I'm thinking about it is the not from forget, from cannot. So it's a double negative. And it's on a grave, potentially. A marker of something.
Alright, so you were thinking
Never forget.
We'll try it. Never forget. I think that's correct. And this is a grave. So someone died here, and someone else buried them. But not Renba. The wood is far older than that. So I'm curious if one of the old kings or something was here with someone else, like one of their servants or whatnot. The king eventually died, or I guess the emperor. I wonder if whoever dug that grave believed in the loop, like they do on Iox. The loopers say that to be reborn, a soul must return to the rivers. Burying someone prevents them from coming back. It's the worst thing you can ever do to your enemies. Oh, that actually kind of changes some of that, potentially.
Assuming they believed in the loop, though.
If
they
believed in
predate the loop, and
Yeah.
the loop is,
Because then... I'm trying to decide then if it could be something more along the lines of, like, never rest or something. So who is buried outside, then? The hermit who owned this place first, perhaps? But it was taken from them. Before it was taken from them. Garden beds. Something must have been able to grow here once. Though I can't see how. So the last emperor killed the hermit who lived here. Then the emperor buried them in the dirt? We only know that the emperor outlived them. We do not know there was a murder. How do we know the Emperor was the one that outlived? The Emperors of Iox were all devout believers in the loop. To bury someone outside instead of returning them to the rivers to be reborn. That's what you do to your worst enemy. If the Emperor was hiding here, perhaps he did not want anyone returning to find him. I think I found most of that. I'm coming back, 6. You found a grave, mistress. How did you know? You insist on talking to yourself, mistress. I assume it has been some time since your last robot. Maybe. I will wait for you down here, mistress. I cannot climb stairs. Yeah. It's only freaking out a little bit. Locked. Or blocked. Or both. Look at this place, Aliyah. No one would live here. They couldn't. Okay, so I came in through that. So we have a few others to look into. There's an inscription here. It's old, barely visible. Scratched into the plaster.
A lot of knots.
Could easily be beloved. Or master.
Let's get some context from other places. Not live. Die?
So I'm kind of guessing it's not die death.
Yeah, maybe it's because.
It's kind of rough since our
Maybe
main
it's we
thing's rough.
fear death. Or maybe I fear death.
I don't have we available though.
No, I does. But I
Oh,
fear
I fear
death.
death.
So like singular.
Oh.
Many I.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So that one's, yeah.
Okay, so person.
So the many,
Yeah.
yeah, so a singular of we.
Okay.
And we has the many in it. See this? Fear. Yeah, I fear death.
So
I'm scared to die. I'm dying.
Alternately stranger?
Nah. Death.
Does I fear death make sense? But the writer was dying. The angle is interesting too, scratched by someone lying down. Hardly comfortable. If the Emperor really lived here, then it wasn't just the Empire that fell. see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Why build something as big as this out here? Who was it for? Good. What's this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position and the bearings are fixed.
Picked up a telescope.
The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Roy might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something uniquely? But if so, what was that stand meant to hold? We have a thing. Can we put it here? Do I have my inventory button for like doing stuff? I've got that. Breath and spiral.
No, you missed the one down there.
I know. Let's see if the door will open up. There's something wedged here. A scrap from an aged page covered in minute characters. I think it dates from the Holy Empire. Looks like there's something on it. This one is a blurry fragment from an even longer phrase.
I think I see death.
Pilgrim death?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is. The second word doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before. Huh.
And?
Kind of wonder about and. Because they said it's part of a longer thing, so like if they're writing about the new pilgrim that's here and them dying. Let's try and. Pilgrim and death. Presumably there used to be more to it than that. I think this originates from the moon depicted in the Hermitage Wall mural. You should take its location easy to find. Like I swear I have the thing and I'm not sure how to make it actually use it. It's probably going to point to a specific location that's important. So it feels weird that I can't do it. Maybe it's got something else I gotta do later.
Yeah, maybe you're missing another piece.
Just don't look down, Aaliyah. Alright, I think that covers all the things there. So he came in through... not there. This way? We have obtained 2 more promising artifacts here, the scrap of paper and the telescope. Also, we have pinpointed 1 new location of interest, aside from the mural. We have also found initial evidence of 1 new location, an unknown moon. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Do it. Just stand by, mistress. Wow.
It is a bedtime for the Liggett. Thanks for scrum and have a
Darkness.
Yup, I think I'm gonna hop off here in a second too. This was not the Nightingale. 6! I hate robots. I hate them. They always do this kind of thing. Right before they give you the speech about how it was for your own good. Mistress, you were about to step on a small ant. My ethical core required me to lock you inside this packaging crate. It's cold in here. There you are. Why is his head not right? Where's your head? Mayari. Six, is everything alright? You followed me, Lexi. As I thought you might. Because you knew. Because you've always known. Six, is someone calling? There is no one here. You are quite alone. You might confess your lie quite safely. I'm not Mayari. Mayari did not come. She would not face me. I thought so. She lies. She is not who she says she is. Okay, yeah, Janiki Renba. She sent me to find Janiki Renba. There isn't time. I found something. Something that matters more than her lies. Tell Lexi there is a great darkness, an all-consuming hungry darkness, and it is coming. Renba, your ship. It exploded. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're dead. There is an ancient place, an observatory. It is watching, and it holds the wires of our fate in its claws. An observatory? I will find it before the vault is lost. The robots know, but they don't remember. Someone long ago made certain they would not remember. Renba, just answer one question. What do the robots know? Everything. You have my apologies, mistress. I do not understand the question. 6? Yes, mistress? I observe we are not back on the Nightingale. There must be something wrong with the hopper. I will look into it. This way, mistress. We're in that cave now. You don't remember how we ended up in here. Hoppers can misfire due to imperfections, mistress. The eye aboard your ship is quite old. I'm gonna have to listen to that song now before bed. Although given Hopper requires line of sight to a Hopper eye, I cannot see how we ended up at this spot. Same process of refraction, no doubt. And no one called you just now. Evidently not, mistress.
Strange.
But 6, I was just talking to you. You weren't making any sense. You are making no sense now, mistress. Touché, salesman. There's light this way. Yep, hello, cave. I see where we are now. Although I still don't see how we got in there. Shall I try the hopper one more time, mistress? You think it'll work properly now? I thought it would work last time, but I do not see much alternative. Shall I use the hopper again, mistress? Do it. Stand by, mistress. And so we left the surface of the ruined Hermitage Moon near Maersi, with enough new evidence to find a previously unknown site. I should also figure out where in here it or where it, like, saves. I'm assuming whenever I start up, like, the next section, it'll just be saved. Aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen. And I'm sure she wants to see the crown. And now I'm like, but she lies. So do I want to tell her? Okay.
Last saved just now.
Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. We're good, we're fine, everything's fine. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm fine, I'm mom.
Yeah, that is interesting. I think I like the putting the words together. Having someone else to do it with makes it much better. But also, like, yeah, it moves like a little slow. Oh, excuse me. But then that last section there definitely kind of took like a nice spike up where it's like, oh shit, some other things are all going on.
Oh, no.
Lots of things are going on. So, lots of mysteries to figure out. I appreciate that. So, this will be interesting to see what else is going on with it and what all happens. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, so did we decide, do we think that means Heaven's Vault then?
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, should we raid someone else?
Up to you.
Go say hi. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid someone else. See what we can find.
Let's see if anybody's on.
We could go check out Illustrato again, or we could see other people playing. I don't know if anyone else is
I
playing
don't think
Heaven's
anybody
Vault.
else was playing Heaven's Vault. And besides, you wouldn't want to, because spoilers!
True.
I don't have anyone you know in my follow list.
I mean, if you have anyone else interesting that you think I would want to go check out and see, could always try that as well. Otherwise, we can go see what Ilu is doing.
Sign up. Alright, there you go.
Doing some training up on Pokemon XY, looks like. Yeah, sure, why not? It's a little bit of a jump of stuff, but it's always nice to
Always good to support a friend.
stay in the group and support people's. Alright, let's go. Oh, let's see. There's a goofy streamer. Her chat can be a bit chaotic, but she's fun and nice. Currently streaming Minecraft. Starlight Hound. VTuber I met through Squall's team. Strem. Okay, let's go try that out. Since we raided Elu pretty recently. Starlight_Hound. Raid? Raid the ship off? Yeah, sure. We'll go say hi to her. Alright, thank you everyone for watching tonight and joining. Much appreciate. We'll have some more fun stuff to do next time and see what all we do. So
Y'all know the drill!
yep. Also, be here in February for when Rekka starts doing some boyfriend dungeon, cause it's gonna be super fun and interesting. So yeah. Alright, laters everyone. Have a great night. Love you all. Bye.